the ratings have varied. Although you read reports that in the last couple of weeks, CNN has really hit the tank in the ratings category. Have they not learned, or are they so political motivated from the top? I mean, the reporters may be, but they're not going to be allowed to pursue this if the top doesn't really want them to. Do you think it's still the agenda of the people who despise Trump for political reasons, maybe even personal reasons? Do you think that wins out right now at some of these outlets?
I do. And I used to say, not just in the case of Trump, but in other instances when I saw reporting on certain corporate interests or political interests being squelched, it was contrary to ratings. It was contrary to what we knew our viewers responded well to and wanted to see. And I remember that was sort of an aha moment to me. I thought, so now we're doing things that, in some respects have nothing to do with driving the ratings, quite the opposite, based on somebody feeling so strongly or having such a strong, perhaps political/financial connection to an interest that they're willing to sell down the river their own news division or their own news division's reputation to help steer a narrative or serve a greater interest.
And do you think that that's the case? I mean, just your opinion. Do you think that's the case at CNN, for instance?
Steve, honestly, I have not watched CNN in so many years, and I just see excerpts that float around.
You don't know what you're missing, Sharyl. You don't know what you're missing.
Yeah, I mean, I just am not in a position to have a good analysis, and as I've said to you before, almost everything I see reported in general, I believe nothing at face value without verification somehow on my own, because so much of it is proven wrong. So I'm hesitant to comment even based on what I read. But it's definitely, I'll say one thing, it's not the organization that it was when I worked there in 1990 to 93, because we were so careful. We were forbidden, in essence, from putting opinions, mixing it into the news. The opinions were on Crossfire or Larry King Live, but the news shows that we were on, we worked very hard. We're not perfect, but we worked very hard to be factual and just stick to the facts as best as we could. We would never have had the discussions and, topics that I've seen quoted and floating around in the past couple of years.